What's up guys, I wanted to give you an initial walkthrough and a quick look at some of the newest features Samsung has brought to the Galaxy S4. So let's just go ahead and dive straight into this. So we'll start off with the launcher, and as you can see it's very similar to the one on the S3. The transitions are pretty much exactly the same. It's very smooth, it's very colourful being TouchWiz, especially on this contrasty Full HD Super AMOLED display. You can see some of the new widgets like the S Health one that comes with the Galaxy S4, Samsung Hub as well. If we go into the app tray, you can see it's very similar, if not exactly the same, like I said, to the one on the S3. You can check out quickly the performance by grabbing this and seeing just how fast it can scroll through these widgets. And you can see there is no lag there on this 1.9 gigahertz quad-core device. It absolutely flies through this, no problem. Now, you do get S Health, you do get Samsung apps and some other crap from Samsung that maybe you don't want, but nonetheless, it's there. Now, let's dive into the settings and check those out. So you can see you've got your brightness slider here, as you normally do with the TouchWiz device, and you've got your quick toggles on top of that. Except with the Galaxy S4, you just have a ton more. And if you check these out, you can see there's loads. There's Smart Stay, you know, there's a Smart Scroll, there's Air Gestures, Air View, all this stuff. And if you press this button here, you get a ton more, all in the in a nice format like that. So it's quick and easy to check out. If we dive into the settings, I've actually rearranged this as well. And I've got to say, I'm not a massive fan. They've pulled the settings into different tabs. So you've got connections, my device, accounts, and more. And what's annoying is you can't even swipe through these. You have to click the tab. I mean, that feels like to me a little bit of a step backwards. You should at least be able to slide back and forward if you want to do that. But this has been a little bit confusing for me. You know, I'm not sure where everything is. You know, at least accounts is in one section. But I'm not sure why they did this. It's like, why did they bother changing it? I don't know. But never mind. Let's check out some of these features. So one they took from the Galaxy Note range is Air View. And if I quickly show you the lock screen, you can see it in work. The screen can detect your finger without actually touching the screen. You can see it there. I'm not touching the screen and the Galaxy S4 is reacting. Now let's unlock it and see what you can actually do with this. So if we check out the gallery here, if I can find the damn gallery, here we go. And here we go. This is the Samsung gallery. Not a massive fan of the gallery, but nonetheless. If we start a video here, I'll show you what you can, some of the functions you can do with this. So if we pull up the timeline, if I hover my finger over the timeline, you can see I get a little preview of where it is, and you can kind of tap there and it'll obviously skip there, but you can see what it's about to show before you click it. Now it's kind of cool. I'm not sure how useful it'll be, but it's one of those things you can show off to your friends. How useful it'll be, I don't know. Now you're probably wondering why it's paused, and this is another one of the features that they've added. It's called Smart Pause. I think it's called Smart Pause, something pause anyway, probably called Smart Pause. But this is going to be a little bit confusing considering I'm trying to do this through a camera. But basically when you look at the screen, it'll play the video. When you look away, it will pause it. So I'm just going to go ahead and try this here. So right now I'm looking and looking away. Pause, looking back, playing, looking away. Pause, looking back, playing. So there you have it. You can see the Smart Pause does work really well. It works when you look away, it pauses. When you look at it, it plays it again. In terms of usability, that's going to be up to you. You know, if you don't want to miss a second of your video, then yeah, Smart Pause is probably a good thing to turn on. Let's check out some other stuff. So I showed you the Air View, and if you can actually use that in some different places, and I can show you in the browser. If you hover over some text, you'll actually get a zoomed in paragraph, and you can see you can kind of scroll around that. So you can see the zoomed in text. That's kind of a cool feature as well. The thing I have to say about these Air View gestures is it's an extra step that you kind of have to learn. We're used to just kind of pinching and zooming and just reading the damn thing. With this Air View thing, you have to kind of remember, oh wait, I've got Air View. Let me do this first. It's one of those things you might have to learn. It might take a bit of a learning curve. Nonetheless, Samsung are giving you the feature. They've given you the option to turn it on and off. What more can you ask for? Next up, we've got motion gestures, and this is where you kind of wave your hand over the device and make magic things happen. So when you click into these, there's loads more things to check out. I'm just going to show you one right now because, you know, the video is already getting pretty long. And it's called Air Browse. You can move between pictures, pages, or music tracks just by waving your hand in the direction you want it to go. So let's open up the gallery here, and here we go. And let's try it out. So wave my hand over, whoops, wrong direction. And you can see I can switch pictures just by waving my hand in the direction I want them to change. Again, it's one of those features that you probably won't use all the time, but it's one of those ones that's kind of cool to show off to your iPhone buddies nonetheless. So there you have it. Now, there's loads more in that department that I'm not going to check out right now because I really haven't got the time to do it. But yeah, I just want to show you one more thing before I wrap the video up, and it's the S Health. So we can go into the S Health here, and this is kind of inbuilt. Samsung wants you to look after yourself. It wants you to eat right and do exercise. And this app is actually quite comprehensive. If you tap this button here, you've got Walking Mate, Exercise Mate, Food Tracker, Comfort Level, which uses the inbuilt sensors to check the temperature and the humidity around the device. And it tells you what your comfort level is. Apparently, it knows that I'm good comfort with this temperature and humidity. So there you go. I didn't know that. But thanks, S Health. This will become a lot more useful when the accessories come out for it, which will be quite soon. You can input your weight, your height, and it'll tell you how many calories you should eat if you're overweight and all that sort of stuff. And I know I said that was the last thing I wanted to show you, but there's also Group Play, which I can't really show you, but this is where you can connect all your Galaxy S4s together and have one big ass speaker that you can play the same song. Now, I know there is a hell of a lot more to show you, especially in the camera. There's loads of cool stuff in the camera, but we'll check that out. We'll just have a quick look here while we're here. You can see this new kind of camera interface. It's got this cool carousel thing, loads of different modes: eraser, rich tone, HDR, animated picture, drama, sound and shot, best face, best photo, beauty face, and auto. So we'll check all that out in another video, but that was the quick look at some of the newest features on the Galaxy S4. Peace out.